Well, let's get to lay nitty gritty. We are talking about
the reason why we're here. Wait, you gotta build it up.
Okay, build it up. Build it up. Valentine's Day is in 4 days.
That was the most uncouth build up you could have ever did in your life.
So,
no
look,
build up, no.
Look,
no,
like, what do you want? Like a drum roll or something?
No, it was supposed to be a whole layout. Like, oh, for the lovers out there.
Oh, you want me to hit this real quick?
Yeah, like.
Put that sex appeal on. Here we go. This evening's episode of I Hate It Here is all about the lovers. We're talking about canon ships we love, canon ships we hate, and certain circumstances that we just can't ignore. So why don't you guys sit back and put on your good draws for this? I hate you.
My ears feel violated. The ear canal, the drum feel, it'll never work the same.
And most of the time, I just tell my husband, I just a high squeaky pitch voice all day, every day.
Well,
Lord
y'all heard
God. It. Welcome to the Valentine's episode of the I Hate It Here podcast, as we talk about canon ships. Not our fan fictions like we did last time, but canon ships in anime, gaming, books, so on and so forth.
And in the spirit of Love Day,
yes, the good draws.
The good draws.
Tyler, don't leave. Don't leave.
Sir, come back.
Come back and put your good draws on.
Put your good draws on. Or not.
Or look, they know, look, you could free ball, free cooch all you want.
Hey, we don't judge here. Nope. Okay? I know some people personally that hadn't worn draws since the turn of the millennia. So here we go. You just yeah.
They are restrictive, okay? Right. It is a construct of society.
I have sustainable clothes, okay? I just opt out of those constrictive things altogether. All right, so today's dedicated to the lovers, and this list in this podcast will be broke down into 4 parts, okay? 4 parts, and we'll get to those 4 parts in a minute. So what do we mean when we say canon? Canon is the pairings that are planned by the creator. It was what they always envisioned. So like Onyx said, this is not, oh, I want them to be together, so they gonna...
No fanfiction.net archive of your own in this piece.
Right. This was planned from the start. They wrote it to be a part of the story. If the creator said, nope, I've always saw those 2 particular people together, they are meant to be together. Like peanut butter and jelly, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, they have been... Boom. All right, so ship, short for relationship. Come on now, we know
that.
In this culture
we all heard it on the Tumblr wars of 2005. We're going down with the ship.
Right. So here's our parts. These are the ships that we can get with. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, agreed. The ones we can't get jiggy with, like, I don't care. Y'all say they're supposed to be together. Nah, that'll be a no for me. The ones that should have been together, based on how the story is, and some extenuating circumstances that would put those 2 together based on what's going on. So let's hop right into it. All we doing, chime in if we've got anything on the list, which is very much possible. If we've got anything on the list, then throw them out in the chat because we'd love to hear about them. We'll talk about them. But hey, as always, haters, that's why it's called I Hate It Here. Please weigh in, chime in, throw your discuss, your trash cans, or your little hearts, or however you feel about the things that we have on this list. It's not an extensive list, but it's pretty long. All right, here we go. So first on the list,
ships we can get with. I approve of the Naruto Hinata ship that a lot of people were pissy about in the Naruto series.
But why were they pissy?
They all wanted Sakura. And I'm sorry, when you got to that episode...
I don't understand that. I don't understand that though.
You still
Like,
think it should have been Naruto Sasuke, which I can see your point
okay,
of view here.
I didn't put that on the list because that's my crack shipping.
I know,
I didn't
but
even put it on insinuating situation. Personal for Patrice. But since we're not doing that, I had to be good.
I'm just saying, they dropped a major hit that it wasn't going to be Sakura when she lied to him. When he was going to the land of samurai or whatever.
Here's my thing on that. To me, personally, you've been told me that y'all wasn't gonna get together because she was an asshole to him the entire series. Like, I could get kids being kids and be like gone because he was a little aggressive with his crush on her. He like really had a big crush on her. But like the older they got and she still was a dick. And then she was like, oh no, please go back and break your neck and risk your life for the dude that don't care about me. Because you like me, Naruto, don't you? And then when she pulled that card, like you said, again in the land, then she want to pull it again, like, but you really like me, so
my bad, y'all.
And I like you, so please, like, girl, don't. But he finally told her ass,
bro. He was like, I don't like liars, and I was like, ooh, hey, like, tell her.
It hurt, don't it? So no, my feelings for him and Hinata, it's cute.
And I really like the last, mind you. I bitch hard about Boruto, so I really think the last was the last good movie.
To be fair, though, we did go to the movie theaters to see Boruto.
We did, and it was entertaining, and my child at the time was probably like 6 years old, 5 years old. Absolutely. For those who haven't seen the last, it's a very good, well done, well paced how Naruto and Hinata got together. I think they did a really good job with the movie. Because everyone was like, what's he gonna do? Just wake up and be like, it's Hinata.
But I guess, yeah. I mean, I can't say it wasn't a natural progression because they comrades as ninjas. So it's not like he didn't know who she was. And right. It's not like he didn't pay. I say that everything was always going on with the build up to the war and everything else. You didn't really have time to focus on romance, if that's right. Because they didn't have, which I guess kind of bothers me with Boruto, this whole leisure of we're friends and we're especially in those beginning episodes. Like, they had a whole lot of stuff going on. They didn't have time for all that.
Right.
By the time the last came on, that was cute because I felt like Hinata was finally like, okay, I'm gonna get it together. And I'm going to tell him, and I'm going to knit this scarf, and I'm going to tell him my feelings. Because if you remember, she would always freak out when she saw him because she liked him so much. And I thought it was cute, and I love it. Cute. I can't see anybody else with him.
It's on Amazon Prime.
What's on Amazon Prime?
The last movie, if you guys want to watch it.
I was about to say, I bought it.
I bought it.
Yeah.
Because it was so. If I want some lovey-doveyness, I actually put that on. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's really cute. Yeah. The next on this list is Temari and Shikamaru.
And I'm sorry, there's a lot of people that don't think those two should be together. They put them together since the beginning.
Yep, since the tuning exams, she was the only one that can match. Put it like this: that make him come up out the. This is a drag.
He gotta come out of pocket for that girl every single time.
Now, in thinking back on it, I don't know if it's because he used to his mama being loud and brash, and he thought that he had another loud brash because that's what I'm supposed to be attracted to. Because he said something like in the later episodes to his dad about why he with mom and she always yelling and cussing and throwing stuff, and he was trying to explain it. So I was like, are you trying to say you got with her because she remind you of your mother?
I always felt he asked him about it almost to kind of like, is it okay that she reminds me of my mother? Because I'm already here with her and I'm already, falling for this girl.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. If we're saying, oh, well, yeah, like,
I'm already falling for this girl. Cool, is this okay?
Right, like it's cool, right? And like it's like, yeah, I guess so. It's cool.
I do hate though how she is portrayed in Boruto, like a lot.
Yeah,
and I might have only watched 10 episodes, and I hate the way how she literally is an abusive bitch in Boruto.
Well, like it goes back to what I said. I just said they said his mama was like that.
But she was never like hardcore, like putting her hands on. I'm sorry, I don't think
I,
Tamari has ever put her hands on him during Naruto or Naruto Shippuden.
yes, she did. She tried.
When?
The tuning exams. Don't yell at me, girl.
No, I mean like in a not fighting setting.
No, I know that, but remember, they had no reason to be around each other. She went back to where she went back to before they started getting together. And plus, once you start putting your penis in places and putting kids in there, that just changed your whole dynamic.
You ain't saying nothing.
Yep. Yep. I went there. Yep. Because I had no need to put my hands on you now, but then, that D made her crazy.
You gave me a doppelganger. You gave yourself a doppelganger.
That D drove me crazy, and now I just like to get violent.
Lord.
And that just goes back to what we said about how they do women.
Oh yeah.
Now we gotta domesticate you. Now you a Hellcat. Now you bitch all the time. Now your feet hurt. Now chilling, hanging off of each of your titties, and you're tired, and so you're yelling. You a shrew when before you was out here, being an ambassador and all that. No, yeah, like that.
Forgot how strong / smart / intelligent /
Right.
leadership that Tamari was. Scratch all that. Put this apron on and serve me beers, wench.
So the moral of the story, ladies, is don't fall for no penis, and they won't change your life. Moving on.
Yes.
Bulma and Vegeta,
another one who fell for the penis. Just saying.
Right. And became super ultra violent, even though she got with a super ultra violent. But again, don't get me wrong, y'all. These are ships that we can get with.
Yeah, we're here for this. I'm here.
Still problematic as fuck.
I will still hunt down Bulma and Vegeta fan fictions for that 2 year. It was a 2 year gap.
Is it?
When we didn't see them for 2 years, and then out came a baby Trunks. I am still here for a lot of smutty fan fictions on what happened during those 2 years.
He tried to leave her at him. He tried to make her a single mama. How dare you, sir?
Bruh.
Don't do that.
You think she just let you go? That's what I found funny. You thought
the only reason why she didn't care about it like that because she's a gazillionaire,
right?
So it's not like I can't take care of the baby.
It's not like I need your money. Just saying.
Like, how dare y'all do that to Bulma? I'm just gonna make her a single mama,
bruh.
Why?
I'm glad they what's it called?
What?
With the new Dragon Ball, they made him a bit more attentive.
Well, I mean, she was gonna keep nagging him until he was, but then I guess he realized. Right? What do you mean, Bulma and Trunks abridged?
Stop it! What is this? This is not crack shippings. How dare you? Let's carry on here. Carry on.
I really like Bulma and Vegeta's relationship. Even though it looked like two unlikely pair, given the circumstances.
Bro, the way he had his head down when she sashayed in front of him and said, "You stink, you need a shower." I was like,
She knew what she was doing.
She's like, "You need me in that shower."
Hey, I'll show you how to clean the peen. That's all that was. You ain't gonna do it right. Go ahead and get this. I love it.
Bruh. Okay.
Over 9,000 for real.
Shut
up. I put the next one on the list because I actually agree with, it depends on the iteration, spectacular or super. I agree with them. But Peter Parker and either Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy.
I'm cool. I liked their Gwen Stacy one. I think I'm more there than with Mary Jane. Mary Jane is the more popular one. People know about Gwen Stacy, but not the masses. Like when you think Spider-Man, you think Mary Jane.
Mary Jane, yeah. And
MJ.
I like Gwen Stacy because she was smart. She was just intelligent. not saying that MJ wasn't smart. She just her priorities were somewhere else. Yeah, it wasn't the same as Gwen Stacy. Even though, like you said, who doesn't like a feisty redhead? And I know when the story was created, it was MJ, but when they did Spectacular, I liked Gwen Stacy.
Right.
I liked her as a character, and that's one of the reasons why I gave the Garfield version of Spectacular Spider-Man his character. They did Gwen instead of MJ.
Yes, and I like that.
Yeah, it was just good. So I agree with Peter being in whatever universe he's in with those two. They work out for me. That was the couple that was designed. I don't have a problem with that couple. All right, so here we go. Sauron and Sakura from Card Captor Sakura. I like Sharon and
cute.
Sakura.
They're cute.
Were adorable.
They're so cute.
Episode when he was going back to China and he gave her a bear and they exchanged bears and they kept each other. They said we'll get back to each other when we see each other again. And then they went on their first date in Clear Friday. They just had this really good build up to their cute little relationship because Sakura, if y'all ever seen it, she was so into Yuki and it's like Yuki da 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 da.
I'm trying to find a good picture for those who have not seen Card Capture Sakura.
Oh, it is one of my favorites. If you got scarred like I did originally from the 4Kids version.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Do yourself a favor.
It was
go to
bad.
Funimation or go to Crunchyroll, and I think even on Netflix, and just watch the original series. It's so good, and you run down on the story. This girl named Sakura, she's in middle school.
Cute.
Adorable, and she opened Cloud Reed's book, and all the cards come out. There's Shadow. It's so cute, and I love them. I love their character. So I agree with them being together.
Yes.
More so than her crush with Yukito, which is next on the list. I actually agree with her big brother Toya and Yuki's relationship.
Yes.
They had the better relationship.
He was already hardcore overprotective of him.
He was, child, because every time he heard his name being brought up, he was like, okay, hold up, let me go make sure.
This one is also Card Capture Sakura.
Yes, from the same series. And even though you find out what Yuki is later on in the series, you kind of suspected it, but then they reveal it and stuff like that. I just like him and Toya's relationship. It is one of the relationships that, to me, especially during the earlier times, it was just done well. It wasn't, they didn't make it, and I don't know how to explain it. They didn't try to make it over the top. It was just a really good, solid relationship. And that's part of the reason why I just didn't too much care for the 4Kids version, because they tried to do that give it a Sailor treatment and dance around it, and that's just his friend. No, that's his boyfriend. That's his boyfriend. That's fine. And they belong together, and I'm okay with that.
We belong together. Who am I gonna lean on with times get rough? Sorry, this Mariah Carey's been on my mind lately for some reason.
All right, next on the list that I put down that we agree with is Kyo and Toru from Fruit.
Oh my god, I promote this damn anime every single time. The hardcore hearts I have for this anime is deep. It runs deep. These two are so beautiful together, and you can't tell me nothing.
Nope, they were fated to be together ever since she was little, and she felt some kind of way about the cat being left out of the Zodiac, and she made a little cat and she put it there and she told her mama that, and I thought it was so cute. So they were always fated. Yep. She just brought out the best in him. She went through everything.
Ooh, him too. Those two just went through the ringer together. They really did.
They belong. I like when she made the little figurines and he saw it, and she had a little cat, and he was just so amazed that she included him, and she was like, oh no, like that's my favorite.
Hearts. For those who might not know, I'll give you guys a little, I know if you've watched this, they get married, they pop a kid or two out, and the kid is such a responsible little shit because there is something called Fruits Basket Another, which is the continuation of all of the kids, and he's such a responsible honey bun. It's a beautiful little family. It just, here's a tear. Woo! Tear.
If you want to see a genuine story of two people who were fated to be together and Toru's refusal to allow Kyo to have the fate that he was supposed to have, being the cat. Beautiful story. I love it.
I love it.
Here's some fun ones. Mario and Princess Peach, as well as Luigi and Princess Daisy.
I can't. I know it's like, it is what it is. You know, no one's going to talk about Paulina.
I mean, she was a girlfriend, not the love of his life.
But also, like, I don't know if you ever heard of Dorkly. Yeah, because I showed you Pokemon Trainer Rusty.
Oh.
So Dorkly has, like, all of these little shorts with Mario and Princess Peach's relationship, and this shit is hilarious. Oh, are we talking about Kikyo and...
I say Yosuke.
Yosuke and Kiko! Kiko! That's on here? No.
Because remember I told him if we forgot anything on the list or they just got some, throw it out in the chat. Who is that? Who am I missing?
Yusuke Urameshi?
Oh. You said I had to do my little guns. Okay, yeah, okay. Gotcha. Boy, I love me some Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh my god.
Well, okay, yeah, I just started rewatching the original.
I did too.
I was gonna redo it, and I was watching the old series.
Let me see if I can find it.
I love the old series. I love that. So yeah, I forgot about them. And he was like, I kind of do. I agree with them. Yeah, they're right. Yeah.
Oh, I agree with them too. Also, side note. Here is your live action Yu Yu Hakusho for December of this year.
Oh, wait. Before you... my eyes!
Spoilers!
No, not even the spoilers. I just didn't know if I wanted that live action anime hair in my face. Oh my god, look at it.
It's a little rough.
Yeah. Some stuff just don't translate well.
No, it don't.
No, they don't.
It don't. So I just thought that would burn y'all eyes real quick.
It drives me to drink. God. I don't know. I guess there's got to be a princess for every plumber, I guess. That's all I got with that. I can't say I'm against it because I don't care enough. I guess if y'all say they meant to be together, okay.
Sure.
Though I did hear, if you are a fellow game theorist,
MapPat.
Yep, you believe that Rosalina is Luigi and
Peach's kid. But we're not gonna go watch it. It's interesting AF though, because it talks about genetics, and I'm a nerd for some science.
I'm about to say, if you really want to be a hardcore nerd and geek about the science of how to figure this stuff out, yeah, go watch Game Theory's episode on that. It was really good. I enjoyed it. All right, so I have to just go with it. Zack and Aerith.
God, the thing is,
Final Fantasy VII.
I'm gonna go in on this one. I do absolutely love Zack and Aerith, and that is because I saw all the medias where they put them together, not just the Crisis Core game or the remake that's coming out. They were also in Advent Children, and how that ending was so nice when you had them in her church. They're both dead, okay? Yeah. But you had them in the church watching over Cloud, and it was almost like... It's gonna be okay, Cloud.
I was gonna say, that was kind of sweet.
Yeah, you had them just like watching over Cloud, and just that was the end of the Advent Children movie. And that's why it's like you have to see it in all of the series, and how sad it was in Crisis Core, and he didn't pick up his phone because he was fucking dead. Oh,
I wonder how they're gonna change it now with Rebirth, with the series being changed, and he technically is alive at this point.
I don't know what to say about it, because if she's gonna, I don't know, because she dies, that,
well, I wonder.
I'm stressing.
Now I'm a little worried. Well, I'm not worried, I guess, and I feel you on the stress, because now that they changed fate, is she still gonna die?
I have no idea, because her dying was such a hardcore.
It's a good punch.
Anime thing, not anime, video game punch in the face, because we didn't have stuff like that back then. All your team stayed the whole time. Like,
yep. I mean, they died, but nothing a little Phoenix Down couldn't fix.
Right.
Phoenix Down! Another little potion couldn't take care of.
Right.
Like, why is
she was dead. Not only was she dead, the holy materia that they needed to protect against Sephiroth and Meteor was under that Forgotten City. So you had to second guess how shit was gonna pop off for the rest of the game, because you didn't have holy.
Yep. Just popped right out of her dead little corpse and floated down to the bottom of the water. I didn't understand how anybody just did it. No, we just wasn't gonna.
I think Kevin turned the game off when that happened. He was, the first time that happened, he was one of the ones that were like not prepared. There was no backup healers. The book didn't tell you she was gonna die, and he was just mad.
Me and my cousin, I remember when we got to it, I thought I did something wrong. Like, oh, did I mess up this?
The bad ending.
Yeah, like, can I go back and get her? And then it was like they did the whole AMV, cutscene. I was like, oh.
And you couldn't go back down there.
Yeah, like there was that. Then that was the other thing. You could tell Patrice was like a gamer. I was like, yo, she still got my stuff. I didn't unequip my stuff.
You didn't, and it was all gone too.
Right, like there was
all gone. Because by then you had like 2 or 3 level ups for Cure and Isuna. Oh man,
all your stuff.
We're gonna talk about that one day. But I love how they did come together with the Zack and Aerith, and you got your technical conclusion in Advent Children. But you're right. What's gonna happen now that they've changed the storyline?
Like, are they still going to be fated to be together? Is somebody gonna die? Are they both gonna die together so they can keep up? We'll never know. But I don't have a problem with the relationship.
Nope, not at all. I love it.
I know a lot of people like to, Cloud, and I have no problem with that. I really don't. Next is one of my personal favorites.
Another big hearts on this. Big hearts on this one.
Which is from Final Fantasy IX, Zidane and Garnet.
A.K.A. Dagger, A.K.A. Sarah, A.K.A. Yeah. She got like 5 names.
Right. Like, I just thought they had the sweetest relationship, because they both helped each other find purpose and meaning just beyond existing or the role that you were put in.
Right.
The themes of that game was your role, mortality.
Yeah, it was some rough themes in that one. It's like, do I exist? Do you exist? Why are we here if we're existing? It's a lot. It's for a fun looking game, I guess is the best way to put it. It's a fun.
Like it tackled a lot of
it. It did.
And I like their relationship because they both help each other. Like, the princess found herself by leaving because of all the turmoil going on with her mother in the city, and then Zidane came to understand that, okay, my original purpose wasn't for this, so who am I? And finding purpose in being around his friends and Garnet. And my favorite scene in the whole game is at the end when he finally reappears after Tantalus comes back to do how I want to be your canary. And she sees him and she throws her crown off and she runs to the crowd. And the best scene ever, and when he does this little like, you knew I was gonna come back, and I was like, like the best. I love that little. Did you think I was gonna stay away from you?
Aww.
Be still my heart. So hands down, I love their relationship.
I do, and I also like, because it is like Zidane is showed in the beginning of the game as a playboy.
Yeah,
And
I like women.
Yeah.
I like touching butts.
He touches her butt like several times during the
like,
game.
Ooh, soft. Like,
yeah, like they're climbing up the ladder and he literally shoves his head in her ass. And he's like, ew, soft. And she's like, hey!
Right. I was like, oh, okay. So that's what we doing out here.
That's the type of person. But it becomes playful in the middle of the game, which is nice. Now they're both just playing. Oh, good fucking game. Good fucking game.
Hip is still on the Final Fantasy train. Final Fantasy X. Titus and Yuna.
I'm iffy about it, but I'll accept it.
Really?
Yeah. My thing is, you had Yuna was kind of sheltered.
Okay.
And then you had, here comes Titus, whatever.
I say Titus.
An outsider who knows nothing.
Right.
And how could I put this? Her knowing the things that she knows.
Yeah.
And being put in the position to teach someone the world where she has been treated as a child the whole time.
Yeah.
And coveted by her guardians.
Yeah. She
got the opportunity to be the teacher. And I felt like that added to the attraction of Titus because he was also something fresh and new. And the only thing fresh and new around her who didn't treat her like a baby. Yeah. And so I think this is more for me a circumstantial relationship between the two of them. And I mean, that's how I feel about it. Was it fated destiny and we love it? Sure. But it was also like when you got the new kid in school and they're attractive and they're a mystery and you want to get to know them. It's kind of how it is.
Yeah, because by that same vein, I can say that's what Riku tried to do with him. But it didn't mesh. She was like, oh, I'm not Yuna, so da 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 da. The way I see their relationship is, I agree with, just about everything that you said about it. Yeah, like, oh, there's somebody else who wasn't around my little circle, don't really know what's going on. It's weird because they know about Xanarker and all this other stuff, but they don't really know this whole circumstance. I do get to, like you said, do something new for them. I get to teach you something. But I think as it went on, he really was adamant about being her protector.
Yeah.
And they kind of helped each other out through the circumstance they were in. Like when he said, okay, my father is sin. What I'm supposed to do, because y'all are tortured because of my old man, and he was already a piece of shit. And at the same time, they are okay with you just giving your life up for a small period of peace. I can't let that go down. My dad did it for your dad. He just, he let it be a thing. They ain't figured it out. But no, I can't. I have to do more I don't know. I just thought it was sweet. And yes, I was a sucker for that one scene.
Oh, yeah. No, they definitely had some hardcore, tender moments of vulnerability.
And that one scene that everybody keep talking about, the ha. Even then, he was trying to help her, like, hey, this is how we gonna cope. You just laugh at the dumb shit that's going on. No matter how moronic it sounds. They just really, he was there for her in a way that none of the other dudes were around her.
Right.
To be there for her. Because everybody knew, and I think that's one of the, while playing the game, everybody knew that she was destined to die. So, like, nobody wanted to get that close to her. He dared to get close to her and was like, if y'all loved her, y'all wouldn't just go along with this BS.
Right.
I don't even know, but I'm getting to know her. I'm not gonna go along with this. Right. And I guess that was part of the appeal of their relationship for me. It was a lot more belief. Now I'm like you. I can go either or and not care. And spoiler alert, he wasn't even real. Okay. Yeah.
He does. If you do get the
boyfriend is still
boyfriend. Yeah. Which I always thought that was really weird. Like, if he wasn't real, he literally killed so many things in this world, but he wasn't real. And in 10 too, if you get a perfect, then you get the nice ending where they run through the beach waters to hug it out with each other.
I think that was just the magic, or you have to suspend your belief. Like you said, yeah, if he wasn't technically real, But the dreams made him tangible. So, you know, video game logic.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right, moving along is Sora and Kyrie from the Kingdom Hearts series, and I will give you a little bit of context, like I was telling Honest earlier. As of KH3, it is definitive that they are canon couple together. So, ma'am.
Making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. Hold me. Whatever lies. I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm sorry. There was a whole meme like 2 months ago on like, man, I have the perfect 2000s playlist, but I feel like something is missing. It's Simple and Clean. Simple and Clean is missing from your playlist.
It is.
But yeah, continue.
I like them childhood friends to lovers. It's cute. It's like the girl next door. I had a crush. She was not an asshole to him like Sakura was to Naruto.
Name dropping here.
Yeah, like I liked it. I have no problems with that. I thought it was cute. I know in the beginning, like, it was like kind of like a competition, but to be honest, Riku didn't stand a chance. It was always Sora. They just was fated to have a better. Their sweetness was okay, even though they shared the Palpu fruit, which is why they said they confirmed that Palpu fruit they shared really bonded them together. That's what the creator said. That's what solidified it. But still, I think regardless, they were gonna be together. It was just one of those things where y'all written so much into Twine. Her heart literally got stored into his. Like, come on, like y'all, you can't get no more on the nose.
That's
y'all
super deep,
right? That's what I'm saying. Like when she passed through his body, when everything jumped down, her heart was literally stored inside of his. You can't get no more on the nose. So I don't really have a whole bunch to say on that. But the next one I do, and I need
Full Metal Alchemist.
The only relationship that matters.
It really does. I'm sorry. Winry is a kick-ass female protag.
That's my girl. I love Winry.
I
love Winry. They was not afraid to make she mechanical genius.
Right. I was literally about to say mechanical engineering and all that good stuff, mathematics. She just, damn, that's a badass girl.
Literally.
That's a bad bitch.
And she was so in tune with Ed that she already knew to make the adjustments on Automail that he hadn't got yet. He called her, she brought her bag, she was there. And I loved every time he talked, both in Brotherhood and the original series, and especially in the manga, every time they brought her name up, or Al would bring her name up, he'll be like, oh, okay. He was always concerned about, drinking more milk. And I love that he finally told her at the end.
Oh, and it was so cute too, because he was like,
it was adorable.
It was like equivalent exchange, mind free. She's like, no, take all of it, take it all. And I was like, oh. She's like, you can have my whole life, something like that. Oh, that's how you say it right there.
Like, that's how you confess. That is how you finally
break.
Like y'all were meant to be together. And even in the midst of all the big, she was always I got your back. I got your literal arm and legs.
Right.
I got you. So I don't know. Their relationship was just adorable. I wrote 2 fan fictions around it, so you know how I felt about it. So, I mean, she dies at the end of one of them, so it wasn't happy. Sorry. But that's because I was going through some stuff tragic. This is like I was just in my feelings.
You let her Aerith die at the end of it?
You got to about Winry?
Yeah, I'm sad.
At 11 chapters
of your fan fiction, you let her die?
Winry finally makes it. This was based on the Path of Shambhala, the movie that came after the original series.
Oh.
So she finally made it back. She finally made it across the gate that Ed and Al got thrown into. And she got put into the box because the way it, in the original series, the way it went, you took over the doppelganger of the your parallel. And if one of y'all died, then you can take over their whole body. So when she made it across there in that exchange, Ed was on a date with somebody that looked like Winry.
Because that's how it always goes.
Yeah, that's how it was. And so when all the crap happened, when she made it across the gate, she took over the Winry lookalike, the doppelganger on the other side of the gate. And she was finally able, like she spoke to Ed. By the time he realized who she was, like that was Winry, she got hit by a car.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
My best work. Please don't go look it up, y'all. It's trash.
I'm not.
11 chapters. I can't remember. I think it's called The Other Side of Happiness. Fanfiction.net.
Stop. You're telling people not to read it, but you're advertising.
It was pretty good. So yeah, no, I was obsessed with them. Okay, here's another fun one. Robin and Starfire.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna leave it be.
Do you not think that Starfire is good enough for him?
That is not what I was gonna say. It was more he was not good enough for Starfire, but also I feel this is one of those where she's come from another planet, and she's naive in a lot of things, and you have Robin taking her out and do things. It's almost like the Unitas Titus thing.
I got you.
Because you're the first person I met, I think he's the first person that.
Yeah, because remember, she picked up the language by kissing him.
Yeah. And so I was just kind of like.
Very forward, very aggressive.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I thought they were cute. I couldn't see her with nobody like Beast Boy or Cyborg.
No. Maybe Cyborg. I think there's also always been like a mutual respect there.
No, he was just too much man for her. She needed somebody like Robin.
That she can dominate, because that's where we're at. Got it. All right. Yeah. My favorite on this list is Hero and 02 from Darling in the Franxx. I still say that this is the most outrageous but awesome anime I've watched. It was an original. I don't think it has a manga or anything like that. And I still think it's Japanese propaganda to have people mate and fix the low population recall that they're having. But I'm just saying, I have not, in a lot of animes, I've seen a lot. And 02, the female protag, question here, is a very aggressive female protag. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. She walked across the room. She sat on that man's lap. And she dipped his bread in honey and said, "Darling." And I was like, damn, you've staked your claim.
She did.
And ain't nobody getting in between you and Darling.
I like the other symbolism too, because remember, there was like all her other partners got a limit of like 3 connections before they like die.
Yep.
So it's like, like nobody else, like, again, it was really on the nose. No one else fits. Literally. No one else fits.
Y'all, this is literally an anime about sex.
Yeah. Like, even the postures of how they pilot the Franxx.
They were called a pistol and a stamen. Like the flower.
The girl had to get in doggy style, and you pull the handles out.
I feel like we showed a picture before.
We did. So that's when you stick the YouTube demonetization. Boom, not your face there.
Right.
But like no. But I think my favorite scene, again, a lot of people don't. I know my husband personally did not like the way it ended. I did.
I did not.
It added to they were meant to be together with the twin flames. They went to the edges of the universe to push that threat so far back in humanity's far, far, far future that they say, even though we can't get rid of it, we can drag it so many millennia out that humanity do not have to worry about this crap for a while, and it gives humanity a chance to repopulate and be free. And I love them. They were so in tune, they became just two beings of light, and they told each other, they said, well, do you feel like going back? After a while. And they just danced across the cosmos for millennia, until they said, until we are ready to go back, and we're just going to meet each other all over again. And when they were ready, they came back to Earth, and you saw them as little kids reconnect. Cute. And it was just like what's that movie with Robin Williams? What Dreams May Come.
Oh,
that movie makes me cry every single time. You're talking about two people who were fated to be together. He's like, I knew this was my soulmate when I was 5. And then when she unalived herself, he went to literal hell to retrieve her. And even being told those who do that don't get a chance to come, he was not accepting that. He literally went to hell and back to get his soul. That's what that reminds me of in Darling in the Franxx.
It was, that does make sense now.
Yeah. And so when they were meant, they said, when we come back, we're going to come back and we're just going to reconnect again. And they did. It was the sweetest story. It went beyond that bird symbolism that they did. They were meant to be together, and I loved it.
I did. I really loved Darling in the Franxx. It got a lot of slack, but man, I'm sorry.
Because I agree with you on the propaganda. It couldn't have got no more obvious.
There was literally a book on how to make babies.
Please start screwing, because we need some more people.
We kind of messed up. We kind of got to the point where we don't have any more people once our people die.
So I know y'all forgot what the penises and the vaginas do, but here's a book. It's going to tell you. And when you do that, it's going to come out. Yeah.
And that made me so sad, because the one, I can't think of her name, that did get pregnant and then they all lost their memory, really fucking sucked.
Well, they took it,
yeah,
because they didn't want the rest of them to catch on.
Right.
That's what was happening. Because remember, they found love naturally. And they expressed that love naturally, but they didn't want the higher up. They was like, oh no, we don't do that.
Right.
We don't do that here. So
because they were the whole
put
group.
The ring on and forget his memories, and it wipes him. And that way, she just looks like she just pregnant by immaculate conception, I guess.
Right.
And he didn't even know that was there. Because remember, their friends were planning a little wedding for them.
Yeah, they did the whole little, like, in the middle of the wedding. The elders came in and took everybody.
Yeah.
It was sad. I cried. I was like, no, let them love each other. That
exactly.
Sucked.
Let them love each other.
That
sucked. Was some trash. I hated that so bad. Because it's like, now I understand. Now y'all got bigger stakes. Y'all have to really fight.
Right.
For love. And I thought that was good.
And it was still adorable. They still came back together without their memories.
Yeah. And they said, we're going to work hard. We're going to work hard to reclaim what we had. Because they said, it's something about it. I just can't put my finger. I can't remember. But they said, well, that's okay. We're going to work really hard. We're going to get. And I was like, that's right. You fight. You fight for love. So, yes.
It was. Darling in the Franxx was something else. That was a wild 25 episodes, y'all. With a killer opener. Just saying. It was delicious.
We need to run that one episode.
That might be next. That might be
bangers.
Next.
Yeah, bangers.
Because that's a banger right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Give to you the kiss of death, darling. I was like, oh, what? Get it.
All right.
What else we got on here? Oh, Haruhi and Tamaki, Orin High School Host Club. That's a long.
Yeah.
That's I've read further into the manga, and it's a good bit. It takes a while for this relationship to actually kick off. Yes. Yeah. And it's skirting around, and the thing is, everyone's getting aggravated too because they skirting.
I wish I had the pleasure of reading it, because I know in the series, I'm like how you said your sister was. I watch it every year.
I feel like
so good.
Everyone has an anime they watch every year. And that's just
several.
a thing. And several.
And that's one.
At least one. Like, whatever y'all yearly anime is, please tell us. Because for me, this one, or in high school is one, Fruits Basket, but the original for me.
Gotcha.
Because I can't do 3 seasons, y'all. I'm sorry.
One of the ones that I do, which is what I tried to do the other day, is Your Lie in April. I just gotta get that cry.
A silent voice too. That's my cry. Don't start. But yes, no. So just so y'all, a little spoiler. It's and how cute they are. Haruhi and Tamaki do end up getting married and having a baby, and they're so adorable, and I love them all, and I'm so happy that she broke that vase that was worth more than her life.
That's what they tell her. Anyway, you're not gonna put no price on human lives. But yeah.
I think that is also a natural. It doesn't come off like circumstantial where
it was. You're right. I agree with you. It's one of those relationships that happen, and it's like, even though he was really, really, really weird about it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Tell daddy what you need. You're not my daddy.
You tell daddy what you need. Come to mama. Was it? No, he was daddy. And what's his face with the glasses was mama.
Yeah. And then it was, no, not my sweet little Haruhi.
I was like, yeah, they got a little possessive after a while. And I'm just kind of
especially when the twins thought that they were.
Oh, yeah.
Karu, one of the twins, thought that he were into her. Because it is just simply because she was just a brand fresh air of brashness they weren't used to.
Right.
Everybody catered to them because everybody was super rich.
Because they had money.
Right. And she was a quote unquote commoner, so I ain't got time for all that.
She was scholarship.
Right. And she was just grounded and real. Like, okay, people who live in the real world, this how we got to get down. It's not that deep. Y'all make it look like we live in some subterranean, subhuman race. Like, chill out. And I think that's what drew a lot of people to Haruhi, because it's like, we thought commoners like did a lot of weird stuff, but we like you. Like, and then they got like super protective of her. But then Tamaki was really like, I can't hear you.
Oh, I said he got a little obsessive and then he chilled out.
Did he?
Yeah, he got.
Yeah, he did. Especially when he realized that her mom was like somebody prominent, became lawyer and was at the school too, and then he was like super into it. And I'm glad they got together.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it's one of the few relationships that I don't mind was drawn out as long as it was, because it was so comical.
Right.
Like it was just.
It was a good contrast. It was a very good contrast.
Did we skip over? We skipped over Yajirobe. We didn't skip over Yajiro in Korean. I know it was never stated, but it was also his. Okay, you know what?
Stop it now.
First of all, I'm glad you brought that up, because we actually have a topic in the making of we need an adult, and Hisoka and Gon is one of those.
Hisoka can sit on the throne of we need an adult.
So I need you to
write that down.
Come to the front of the
class.
Yeah, sir. Come on in here. Come on in here, because that's no. While you write that down, I put an asterisk by this one, because this is the one that makes me feel some kind of way. I can take this one, I can't. They were written like this, but I'm not a fan. Which is Usagi and Demian, or Serena and Darren from Sailor Moon.
Darren.
And I have to put this face on because I accept it under normal circumstances.
Yeah. Remind you, the thing is, they are, hi husband, I love you. That's my fated human being right there. My hubs.
Destined to be together.
Yep. I apparently was claimed in like the 8th grade on a softball field. That's a story for another day. I was claimed. Anyway, so Usagi and Endymion / their other names in America. She's 13.
13, 14 years old.
13, 14, and he's in college. And I feel like we've talked about this again.
And we need an adult.
It's in a
and I know that's not our. I know this is not our topic, but they own them.
And the only reason we're accepting it right now is because it's beautiful. And they're also celestial beings.
Yeah, that's the reason why they get in the past, because you're not Earthlings.
The only reason they're getting the pass. She's literally a moon princess, and he is like the knight from Earth or something like that. The prince of Earth.
He's from. I want to say he's originally from the moon, but he was commissioned to
something like
protect the Earth or something like that. It's been a minute since I read it, so
I might actually look it up, because I know. Well, the thing is, the Pegasus, the little pony Pegasus boy, is like the priest of Earth.
Why do we need these things when we have actual monarchy? That's why that never made no sense to me.
Yeah, no,
it's not like Earth didn't have its own kings and queens and things like that. So it's like, if they said that, that's fine, okay, but I mean, it still didn't make no damn sense. Well,
that's why I was like, it has to be on more of a celestial level. Is the only way I can see that happening. It's Prince of Earth.
Which don't make no sense. So that's being disregarded on my brain. You can't be Prince of Earth, okay? Who's the king of Earth?
And it says residency Earth Kingdom. No. What are you, Toph?
Exactly. That's not a thing. Earth, because they didn't change it to some alternate Earth. It was just like regular Earth.
He's the prince of wondrous kingdom on planet Earth.
He was a prince of scamming 13-year-old, 14-year-old panties off. That's what I'm just going to say. True. Because, again, they were destined to be together, and y'all only get a pass because y'all not, I guess. So I put an asterisk by them, because although I accept their relationship, more or less.
The more I read into this, the more I hate it.
Yep, so stop.
All right, here we go. We're going to just... Because the thing is, they're saying the wondrous kingdom on planet Earth, and then they're calling it Elysian, I can't say that word. The capital of the golden kingdom of Earth, ruled by Prince, and with Helios as his guardian.
I'm about to say, it's a whole little thing. They went past this little, it's almost like the Garden of Eden. It's like off in a pocket somewhere. And I remember when they brought that up, and I was like, oh, okay. Well,
I'm done.
Again,
I'm done.
I accept their relationship. It is what it is, I guess. I just don't like the dynamics of their relationship when they are restoring their memories, or once they get their memories back, and it's so tragic. Like, you shouldn't allow. That's the only reason why I don't really give it that much of a pass. And we talked about this before.
Yeah.
Don't be so wrapped up into somebody that you feel like you physically cannot live with that person.
Right. Like, was it 3 times she tries to kill herself?
Yeah, it successfully did it twice at least.
Right.
So it's like, and what other scouts had to like give their life energy to resurrect her dead ass, because she did that because somebody off Endymion. Like, come on, man. You can't. I told you, I have an issue, because that's actually problematic. You can love someone, be in love. So I very much love my husband. Anything happened to him, Patrice would be a hot mess. But Patrice also knows that she can't just, we can't game over because somebody else is. We can't do that. Because that's too much to put on another person. You know what kind of burden you put on some person? If you was to leave me,
I'm gonna kill myself.
I can't live. Like, don't ever unnecessarily burden somebody like that. That is just ridiculous. And that was their whole relationship. If you not here, then I might as well not be here. Well, goddamn, don't F your friends and family, huh?
Right.
Okay. All right, moving on to
my last 2 favorites.
Go ahead.
Takeo and Yamato from My Love Story.
Please put their picture up.
I am.
People know who they are.
This is a under the radar anime, and oh my god, it is. If you want pure cuteness,
yes.
Oh my god, I just realized there was a live action. Stop it. Get out of here.
This is so adorable. it's a reason why I say it's unlikely because it looks like it's going to be a cliche story. Like you got the hot guy and his big friend, and you got the cute little girl. And you think, of course, she's going to go for the hot guy, and it's like, no, no, no.
No, this is who she wants right here. And y'all, it's so adorable because he saves her on the train from a groper who's like all up in her skirt. And from there on, she's like, nope, it's you. It's always been you. And she's like, it's not just like, oh, he saved me. I love him. It's, I'm dazzled and mesmerized. He's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I love him tremendously. Like, that's how she treats him. It's beautiful.
It's the cutest story.
It is so stinking cute.
And when I say she is into him,
she is into him. Her friends are like, did you know your boyfriend? And you get to see like actual boyfriend relationship, girlfriend relationship. Not like it's the end of the series, now they're together. Like episode 3 they're together and we still have like 12 episodes left to go.
And you get to go through their whole cute little relationship, and it's cute, and they let him be all cute, and she makes little things for him, he makes little stuff for her. And
doesn't she make pastries for him? Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I need to figure out where this what's it called? The live action is, please. Please. Also, it's like you watch as they develop and they give each other gifts and they visit each other's house and they go places together, and then she like comes out close to the end, like 3 or 4 episodes before the end, and she's like, I have unpure thoughts. And I'm like, whoa, girl. She's like,
hey, what you mean?
She's like, I just want to hold your hand. And I'm like, if that's unpure, I don't know what I'm doing over here.
Right.
But it's so cute because it is a teenager who had never been in a relationship.
Yeah.
And you get to watch them grow individually as people from their circumstance because they don't go to the same school. And you get to watch it grow them together. And then you get to see his friend who is also there.
He's super background.
He
studies. He's quiet.
He's such a good boy.
Yep.
Pat, pat.
And he's super supportive of his homeboy.
Yes. Like, it's adorable. I absolutely love it. I might have to rewatch this one. It's been a long time. And I am going to find this live action if it kills me.
Don't you let that live action put unnecessary burden on you, girl.
I just want to see what mean grizzly guy they found for this.
I like the guy on the poster.
I think he was live action My Love Story. You guys are going to go on this rabbit hole with me.
Down the rabbit hole.
Oh, it came out in 2015.
Ooh, it's old.
Oh, Kaguya Love is War also has one? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I forgot to put them on the list. That's another one.
I mean, you can go off.
I love them, though. I love them because they do a battle of wits the entire time, which makes it super intelligent. But you know they're supposed to be together because they sit there and they are super into each other, the class president, the vice president. But it's comically hilarious. The entire thing. But everybody knows, like, what are y'all waiting for? Like, what are y'all doing here? But it's like, no, because the first person to cave actually loses. But I like at the end of season 3, they're like, yeah, fuck it, we're together. We're like, we're done with the games for real. Like, we're just gonna like gauntlets out, white flag, gloves off.
I might have to continue watching it. I know my daughter's watching it hardcore right now.
It's so funny. It's if you want to just bust a gut, especially when they get to the manga episode, where the entire episode is done like a manga panel, complete with the big giant eyes, the and the hearts everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
It's just smart, and I love the homegirl that's in there because she's a swindler. She likes to gamble. Her father is like this shoddy politician. The whole show is just good. And she always like, love detective. Yeah, it's
Oh, but yeah, love story. My love story is it's 25 episodes. I don't know why I was thinking it was 12, but 25 episodes of pure freaking cuteness. Do it. Give yourself,
please.
Grab your girl, grab your guy, sit on the couch and watch this. Grab some drink. And if you make it to episode 2, just, yeah. Because you might not.
Right. It's a beautiful thing.
It is. And my ultimate, I think the bits that we got to see of these two throughout the 700 Naruto episode series hurt me, but I loved it. And when we got those 3-4 episodes of when they were kids, Minato and Kushina, Naruto's parents, are ultimate goals. I know they die, but you gotta remember, like, they die together. And
they do die together. They die for love.
Yes.
To protect their kid. So, yeah.
That adorableness that was the 3-4 episodes of them being kids, and how he was pulling a Hinata, watching her from afar and admiring her from afar and
calling her hot tamale.
Oh my god. What was it, like hot blooded habanero?
Yeah.
I think that was the worst fucking name, but anyway. And he saved her because he had always noticed her red hair. And, it's adorable. You can't. I love it. And the fact that even when they were dying, he let her talk her ass off to their son.
She had to get it out. She had to
and he let her.
Baby.
He let her. He let her. He said, wife has to speak right now.
And it's cool. Go ahead and you endow our son with all the knowledge. She had to squeeze a lifetime of motherhood in that one single moment.
Yep.
For her baby, because she knew she wasn't going to be there, and they just had the sweetest relationship.
It was adorable.
Fiercely protected her. He always literally from day one. He protected her, but he knew that she wasn't like she was no slouch.
I think he watched because if he came on strong, he'd get his ass beat. If he came on weak, he'd get his ass beat. If he came on and he was like, "You're a damsel in distress," he'd get his ass beat. Right. He had to figure out how to come to that girl because she didn't play no games.
Yep. And one of my favorite relationships, even though it was got a small window, we didn't get much, but
it was good shit.
I loved it. All right, so
now we are on. These ships exist, but we don't fucking like them. Can't get jiggy with it.
Can't get jiggy with it.
And the first one,
I refuse.
You can't tell me nothing. I don't think Ichigo should have ended up with Orihime.
Change my mind, because I don't. Yeah,
change our mind. We both agree hardcore on this one. They should not have ended up together at all.
Tight spent too much time making Rukia and her homeboy Ichigo seem like, I understand what they say. Oh no, no. They literally shared spiritual essence in the beginning. You can't get no more connected than that, big dog. I'm sorry. You spent too much time making me see that Ichigo and Rukia was the ultimate partner in crime. Like, that was dappered up. They were supposed to be together. Thank you. It was 100% supposed to be Rukia. And then you gonna give him big titty Liddy? Why? Because she had a crush on him?
No, the thing is, like, not only was the whole spiritual essence, their whole entire demeanor towards each other was not like Orihime's and Ichigo's. And you realize they were more on like a high and by kind of basis. And she had like some Hinata issues where she couldn't really have real conversation. I'm fine. It's okay. There was no like deep divulge of anything until we got to the end of fucking Heko Mundo. But with Rukia, pop off, we're gonna have a personality issue here. And it wasn't a bad one. It was a good tit for tat type relationship. Like, I'm gonna fuss at you, you gonna fuss at me, ha ha ha, clown clown clown. Here's these drawings that I did of you, you asshole.
I thought, to interject, I thought we were done when we got the scene in, if y'all remember the original series, when Orihime came through the window and she was talking to Ichigo and she confesses to
and
him.
He was sleeping
in the night. Yes. And I thought that was, let me get this off my chest, because all this shit was popping off with my brother being a hollow and blah 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 blah. We're just gonna deal with this thing. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Get it off your chest, all your chest. Tell him how you feel. But you have to understand, accept the fact that y'all don't have as much of a tete-a-tete or a flow or a comfortableness
they don't.
that he has with Rukia. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that because it's like, it's always been, no, they just had better chemistry. He knew he didn't have to think. At the end of the day, Rukia was not going to question. She was going to have his back. Not saying that Orihime wasn't going to have his back, but it was more of the tragic, let me just throw myself. And you know how I feel about useless girl characters.
Yes.
And I can't. And now, to be fair, because I hear y'all. Even when y'all not saying, oh, you can't say that because you know how many times Hinata literally threw herself out there and flung herself out there for Naruto. They were meant to be together. I'm fine with that. That's all she felt. No. But Rukia, though, that was that girl. Who about to, come on now, in the opening arc, it was y'all not about to kill my homegirl. I understand. I just met her, but I'm about to go all the way to the center of the
Pretty
I'm
much.
about to go all the way up against all these captains, and I don't care what y'all little policy is, but y'all not about to kill her.
What your manager said, I don't care about your policy
Thank you.
at all.
Policy. I'm going to go get, because even
that's my homie.
Right, because even the dude that they paired her with, he was just gonna go along with
right.
Right. Like, no.
And I like Renji Abari, but I don't like him and Rukia. That's the whole, we were raised together in the Rengaku, whatever district.
Now, it would have made more sense if he had got with Orihime. He had big titty litty.
This is true.
I said what I said.
Let's move on. Renoa and Squall from Final Fantasy VIII. I played this.
Hearing their name made my ass itch.
And I played this game, and it is confusing AF. Like, if you just hop into Final Fantasy VIII with nothing, I thank God I had the book. It's a confusing game. And it's confusing settings and confusing everything. The storyline is confusing. Squall is a very reserved, quiet character. To the point where most of his narrative is in his thoughts in parentheses.
That.
We only get his thinking in parentheses. The other characters don't hear what he's saying. Only you as a player, he is in parentheses. Once again, his best words that he goes, whatever. And then he has a whole paragraph of how he really feels.
Yeah, his inner monologue.
So
he has so much introspection. He just, I didn't mind that about his characters. Everybody can't.
Oh no, I don't mind it. It's how all of a sudden we're in love. That came on random. You danced with this girl at a ball. She was with you for a few quest missions. Yeah. She apparently was with your rival too, so she a hoe. And because she was with Cypher. She was with him. So I think she just got a thing for guys with big gun blades. Like,
hey, it's not the size of the gun blade, it's how you wield it, kids.
Apparently. So it's like, how do you go from one to the other? And they're extreme opposites too. And I just can't find out when and where they fell in love. Was it when she was floating in space? Was it when she turned into a sorceress?
I can't say for a fact that he didn't internalize himself saying, I like her, like that, to the point where we're in love. Here's my issue with it though. You didn't really see them interact like that enough to say this is how it is. On top of that, like you said, she was super into Stepper the Heifer. What?
No, she doesn't have superpowers.
What if her superpowers was understanding the thoughts are? Nah, it was just a whole
it was a lot
of sorcerers.
It was a lot
going through
time. And time compression. That was the basis of this game, was sorcerers and time compression, which made a lot of shit very confusing throughout the whole entire game. The storyline did not go well.
I think somebody did a decent, I wish I can remember off the top of my head, T-Mal, the person who did a really good retrospective on YouTube that did their very best to get a really good, as close as you're going to get, explanation of the story.
Because I mean, we're all over the place. We're going to space. We're going to the moon. We're switching bodies.
We're in the void.
Like, take your pick.
And we got to get ourselves out of the void after everything's been compressed. And it's just a lot. It was a lot.
Like, we're body hopping through time. And I didn't
understand where the creator was like, this was always meant to be the one to be the love story. And it's like, it was just so much crap going on. How did you even get... 9 was more of the love story than 8 was. It was just a lot of junk going on in this one there. How did anybody pull that out of behind? I'm like, her, she wasn't obsessed with Heifer, but it was like one of those, yeah, we got a thing. We got a thing.
Yeah, I tapped that.
Right. And I don't know if you were just hanging around Squall because it got up on a Heifer skin.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken,
when she boyfriend, so it just makes him feel some kind of way.
When she paid them for the mission, because remember she's paying them for the mission, she specifically asked for Squall, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So it's ridiculous. First and foremost, how
you could have asked for Safford, but I mean, he didn't pass, but he still could have went, I guess.
It's complicated, and I hate it.
I don't care for her as a character, and I don't like that. Do I have anybody that I can see Squall with? No.
Besides Quizits,
and I'm okay with that.
But I
ain't like her. I mean, I like her.
Quizits was,
but she was just too mature.
Yeah.
To me, in my eyes, for him.
Right.
I know she thought she liked him, and it was like, girl, no. Don't.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, the only person that would be believable would be Quistis, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
And that's because she was just a student that became a teacher because she was hella fucking smart. She was the same age as them.
Stepper the Heifer. Stepper the Heifer.
Yes.
Hated him.
Oh, God.
The next one we don't like on this list is Aang and Katara. Talk about it.
Do we even need to?
No.
Because that's what I'm saying. It's like everyone hates Aang and Katara. I can't find one person who has watched Avatar: The Last Airbender that actually likes the fact that Aang and Katara are together. Why?
Because most people, you spent the whole time being comrades in this thing, and y'all close and been friend zoned, and you get with somebody you have a genuine connection with, which is Zuko. And y'all was like, nah, we always saw her and Aang together. BS. You could have changed that. You know how I feel about that? Just like the people who did How I Met Your Mother, they said we never saw ourselves going past season 2. So we wrote the ending with season 2 in mind because we thought we wasn't going to make it past 2 seasons. But then they went back and kept that same ending after 9 seasons. It's like, no, after you didn't evolve the story, change that ending. That's how I felt about The Last Avatar. No, I understand. I like Aang like the next man. I love him. He is a cute cinnamon roll, a very powerful cinnamon roll, but cinnamon roll nonetheless. But him and Katara, no. When she said, I see you like a friend, a brother, yeah, let's leave it at that. Yeah. She should have been with Zuko. I'm sorry. They looked great.
She should have been with Zuko. I'm sorry. That episode where she goes on I say it every time. That is the most character development I've ever seen happen in a show. Good character development.
Right.
Wasted potential.
I was saving this spiritual water. I think I found a reason to use. Oh,
Damn.
to use my husband, you
God,
fix
and
your face. Oh man, I'm sorry. They were meant to be together. They should have been They should have
right.
been the power couple.
Oh, they would have. They would have. Like, imagine it. Technically,
Right.
she was royal. See, that's why I feel like you're absolutely right when they say that, oh, it was Aang all along. No. You had Zuko, a prince, and you had Katara, who was technically a princess of her tribe. I'm sorry. I don't think they would have gave Zuko a hard time if he would have, you know, got with the princess of the south. I'm just
Right.
saying.
And after their princess did what she had to do, and then spent time to unite, because yeah, I think it would have made for, even though it's, as a writer, I actually like those things where you have to make those hard decisions as a writer that might put your readers in their feelings. To me, I felt like it would have been more effective to leave Aang with some unrequited love. I'm sorry. You having a partner in your life doesn't matter. You're going to be reincarnated. I'm not saying you should go through your whole life without ever having anybody, but I felt like that could have been a driving force for a lot of the things he did later in his life if he had went through unrequited love, but did come to accept that both of my closest friends, this is a better match. That's just better story. And I blame the writers, because that's what y'all get for writing a solid story. Y'all shouldn't have wrote them so well. You shouldn't have had good character development. We wouldn't have saw that had you wrote Aang a different way, but you did it. You kept him youthful and playful, and that made sense because he was 12. But Katara always had to be a little bit more mature, not because women had to be a little bit more mature. They
No,
developed
her
mature.
circumstances made her
Thank you.
mature. She was
And
the
that's
mom
what
of
her,
the tribe.
that was her connection to, like, Zuko. That was her connection, because he had these extenuating circumstances dealing with his mother and his father and his sister. It gave them trauma to bond with. When he took her out for that southern tribe
Yes.
and her to get her revenge, that was the nail in the
That
coffin to
was.
me. Y'all need to be to. He was gonna let her do what she got to do.
He
I
gave
understand
her
anger.
space
I
to make the
understand that.
decision whether or not
Do
to
you
kill
think,
that man.
not to get overhyped, but I'm sorry,
I
probably
am.
gonna make
No,
my mic
this
sound
this is why I said we're gonna need our own episode for this because we are
right.
both
Because
furious.
do you think she have had a went with that with Aang? Do you think Aang would have allowed her to kill that man?
I'm sorry, I'm reading the goddamn
They would have
comment.
made Steve business.
Shut up, Tyler. God.
No, but I'm saying, do you think if she had went on that excursion with Aang, he would have allowed her
He
to
would
kill
have
that man?
moralized her. Well, Katara, you shouldn't do that.
Remember, he was antagonizing over it up until the moment he didn't even want to kill the Fire Lord.
Right.
Remember? So
And they kept reminding him,
yeah,
the Fire Lord killed my mother. The Fire Lord and the Fire Nation destroyed your whole... You've been genocide by the Fire Lord.
Even Zuko told him he's gonna have to die. Sorry.
Zuko was ready to off his own daddy. I'm sorry.
Like, he had to, like, you did what? Yeah, he, because you got away with my mama. So no, I'm sorry. Zuko and
I hate y'all.
And Zuko and Katara should have been together.
Oh, definitely.
Sorry.
We could have won it.
And even though in the Legend of Korra, I like their kids, but no, those should have been Katara and Zuko's children. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord, bedtime.
Right.
We gotta roll a little bit. So Goku and Chi-Chi, we all know, Lord Jesus.
No, I just felt like she
took advantage of a situation. She said,
she took advantage of it.
we're getting married. And he literally said, is that something you eat?
Right. And she was like, yeah, sure, buddy. Get up. Just come on.
Get up on this.
Yep. I just felt like their relationship was just a trap. You talking about those things where, like, women just trap me? Yeah, that was Chi-Chi.
That's exactly it. And once again, she wasn't someone who needed money or anything, but she chose that man for whatever reason.
Right, because remember, she was a princess. She's
She's an Ox King's daughter.
Right. So yeah.
I don't need
the next
money.
one. needs no explanation. Sasuke and Sakura.
I'm just saying, once your husband tries to kill you twice and then tries to kill your daughter, I think you should get the fuck out of there while you can. Because, oh my god, you have murder.
Say, sis, blink if you need assistance.
Blink twice if you need help. Like, no, for real. He did almost kill her ass like twice and almost killed Sarada. The worst daddy ever.
Because he was gone so long, he didn't even recognize her face.
And he going blind anyway.
So come on now.
Jeez.
What sense did that make? Sakura gotta be the biggest simp that I ever experienced.
Oh yeah, she literally just keeps a picture of Sakura
and then
in
you
her
had
panties.
The nerve, right? It's just right there. You had the nerve to have a daughter, so you can raise a future little dummy over dudes. Like if I was Sarada, I'd be like, "Ain't no way in hell, Ma, I would have rode daddy's jock that long as you did. You need help. Go get the help that you need, Ma."
It's horrible.
Another one that I don't agree with was Harry and Ginny.
They just had to find somebody for Harry.
Yep, and it should have been Hermione. Sorry.
Still agree, it should have been Hermione.
It's on that same train. Ron and Hermione shouldn't have been a thing. Sorry.
It should have been Hermione or someone very outside of the circle.
I put that on the list. I'm glad you said that. That's on the ones that I dropped it down on the ones that should have been, if we're talking about outside the circle. So we'll come back to that. I like the Weasleys. I think their family dynamic is awesome. I like Ginny. I like Ginny separately. I like Harry separately. But I felt like I have a thing for love stories developing through bonding through trauma and things that they've gone through. Hermione just had a relationship with Harry where she did her best to really stick it out and understand where he was coming from. She just got him in a way that didn't seem like it had to be forced. And I felt like it made Ginny was a crush, like, oh, it's Harry. Oh, it's Harry. It's kind of like, oh, there he is. And oh, I just felt like Hermione made a little bit more sense because I felt like she brought the best out of him. Like, no, you're a great.
She pushed him harder. Him harder. And I'm sorry, I just rewatched Deathly Hallows the other day because God knows we watch it so many times because of Ryan. That, when they are traveling without Ron.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did we not all feel that?
I did. I
felt it.
That's why I felt some kind of way at the end of the book when I read it, and I was like, "Oh, after all that, we still gonna get with?" Oh, okay, I thought we were putting the nail in the coffin that y'all gonna be together. Oh, okay.
I thought so too, but like I said, even watching it, I'm sorry. What did you tell the actors on screen? Why do we have this much of a connection here?
And you know what? I just feel like they only did that because Harry's mother had like fair hair, red hair like that, and you just wanted to give him. No, we don't need that. I didn't need that. Again,
yeah.
No offense to Ginny, but Ginny could have married a very nice wizard from a very nice wizard family and had some more Weasley babies, but it's just not. I didn't like it.
Redhead babbies. Anyway, so we're gonna go Disney for a second.
Yes.
Tiana and Prince Naveen.
Yep. Hated it. Thumbs down.
Boo.
Hated it.
And not even the whole frog thing. It's for the mere fact, like, he literally... Now, I could say this for Zidane and Princess Garden, but they had significantly more time than a weekend.
Right.
To... come over the Playboy stuff and be more into someone who's got goals.
Right. Because they had this whole adventure together. They had to go through this whole thing. There was tragedy going on in the kingdoms. Prince Naveen was I just want to be a hoe. Well, his parents said, well, I'm going to cut you off.
We ain't paying for hoes around here, boo.
Right. And then you come in and once again, some piece of dick come mess up a black woman's plans in life. It just wasn't no chemistry. It just wasn't any chemistry there. And it's like I said, the whole being a frog thing wasn't enough of shared trauma to make it believable to me.
Right.
Like if they had a parted ways at the end, and she didn't have to be don't give Tiana a real chance at being a believable princess story. The Naveen trifling ass. It's I just didn't see it.
I'm good.
Snow and Sarah from Final Fantasy 13.
I'm not going to even be in this conversation because I hate Final Fantasy 13 and I'm not endorsing it anyway. You go ahead and say what you have to say here.
One, it reads, I need an adult relationship.
Oh, I might have to look into it now.
I have to look it up, but yeah, that. Two, he was mad trifling. I just felt like they just didn't have any chemistry. I felt like he was also that trifling boyfriend. Yeah, baby, I swear, after all this, we gonna get married. I swear, I'm gonna make an honest woman out of you. He just had lowers your credit.
Sarah is 18.
And he's 30 because he looked 30.
And Snow. Where's my glasses? I can't see. I'm like, why am I squinting? Why is this so hard to see?
Why can't I see?
Why am I blind?
What is it?
He's 21.
Oh, okay. So he just looked like in the words of my sister, he just aged like milk. Okay. Even in video games, how you just still age like milk.
I hate Snow like a lot.
He was just that I got this baby without bringing anything to the table. Like, you know, that the one that's always got to borrow some money.
I feel like he would be that guy from the Erykah Badu song, Tyrone.
He is a Tyrone.
No, not Tyrone. He would be
strong Tyrone.
He would need to call Tyrone. It's bad. It's real bad.
But he that kind of like, oh baby, are you sure I can't? He's the one that Beyonce told to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. I can't. If I bought it, don't touch it.
Don't
please.
Touch it.
Just don't put your low budget hands on it. Their relationship was stupid.
I hated it.
Just like the next one here, Noctis and Lunafreya from Final Fantasy 15. It has to be the most deadpan, lack of chemistry relationship and this is somebody who played the game and just looked at them and was like, is this the relationship you're trying to sell to me?
Yeah.
I gotta believe that this is the relationship you're trying to sell to me? Like, you're trying to tell me that these two individuals are super into each other. Really? And what bothers me is out of 13 chapters of this game, however long it was, I think it was the shortest Final Fantasy. I think you could clear the main game in like 20 or 30 hours.
Oh, that makes me sad.
It was super short. It shows too, because in all of those hours, you didn't spend any real time making me believe that they were destined to be together, but you want to give me some little funky ending, telling some, oh, they're together in death. Yeah, it's dead like their relationship. This is stupid. I don't believe it.
Well, I hate that.
Noctis had more chemistry with Gladius's sister than he did with, because at least they had a little day trip relationship, and you got to see them interact. Lunafreya, I can't even say I was rooting for her. I wasn't. Sorry.
This next one is a very toxic one.
Yes.
Shigure and Akito. So this is also Fruits Baskets, and Shigure is who Kyo and Yuki lived with Toru, the adult of the house, and Akito was the leader of the clan who cross-dressed as a male, but it was really a female. And she had relations with Shigure, and she thought she could do whatever she wanted and whoever she wanted. So Shigure got back at her by sleeping with her mom. And
she in turn wanted to get back at him by sleeping with the guy who was the rooster.
Yeah, it started with her sleeping with the rooster.
Just a hot.
They end up together and have kids.
which is the whole problem is I do not condone. You don't. That's the what was it? Y'all help me in the chat, but you just don't be with your abuser.
No. And she put hands on him.
Yeah.
Several times. And not good hands. Not Valentine's Day hands.
And she right. She knew she could harm him, and she knew the power that she had.
And he couldn't do nothing.
You know how they say, we just can't condone relationships that have a power dynamic. That was an extreme power dynamic. And even though the bonds were broken at the end, it don't matter. It don't erase the years that was already there.
Stockholm syndrome, just about.
Thank you.
Just about.
Yeah, because I had a brain fart. Yeah, no, it don't erase that. It's toxic. It's ugly. It's gross. I hate it.
Oh no.
I hate it. Akito should have just had to be alone. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry. I hated that relationship. It was garbage. This is one I put on here because you don't.
I agree with you. Waka and Lulu just.
Final Fantasy 10. Nope. Don't like it. Nope. I like Lulu separately. I like Waka separately. But you were smashing
Waka racist. Let's call it for what it is.
He not only is he racist, but your current wife was smashing your brother. So
right.
You made that make some sense. So
I forgot about that. She was with his brother, and then his brother died.
That's how she kept talking about Chapu. So you gon' switch. When Chapu corpse ain't even gone good, and then you and Waka get together. So you just you hitting all the brothers. You hit all the brothers. You hit both the brothers.
Go down the line, ma'am.
That's why I ain't like it. I was like, I understand it might happen. That don't mean I have to approve. I don't like it. I hate it. I gotta keep doing my fingers like this. It's just, I hate it. I don't.
Because I have a book called Haru's Curse, where the sister dies when she's in this relationship with the guy, but the younger sister ends up being with him. And he pretty much faked the relationship to please the parents. But the girl, the older sister who did die, she was, she actually liked him. But he was actually more interested in the younger sister, but he was doing what he was supposed to do for the older.
Wow.
It's a little weird. I'll mail it to you. It's a one-shot manga.
Yeah, I just want to, let's get that in our skin.
Yeah. And the most legendary of legendary ships we can't get jiggy with, Inuyasha and Kagome. Do we have to continue? The fact that is almost you could say verbally abusive relationship.
Verbally abusive.
They're wrong, both of them.
I'll settle for you because I can't get the dead one that I keep obsessing over, so you'll have to do. The whole relationship is trash.
Yes, both of them. It's not even just like a one-sided one person's wrong. It is literally both of them suck. Put
subjugation beads around the other one's neck and make him submit to me.
I'm gonna constantly think of my old love that looks like you. And every time she comes back, I'm gonna make out with her in front of your face.
I'm gonna leave you in the middle of whatever the hell you got going on so I can go to this dead ass corpse over here. Because
it's bad. The show's great. They're horrible.
Awesome.
They are horrible.
Too hard. And I understand they're trying to say, oh, well, she's the reincarnate. They were meant to be together. Well, the show could have fooled me because her dead ass kept walking around the whole time, all the time. And Inuyasha was just right behind.
Yep.
I hate it.
So, Love Stage is kind of old. My sister watched Love Stage with me, and we both were kind of like, this is kind of icky. It is a gay 12 episodes. Pretty much you have Azumi, who's kind of like your frail boy, and he comes from a family of idols. His mom, his dad's a producer, his brother's an idol, and he just wants to be a little 18-year-old nerd in college. Yeah. Ryuma is a competing idol who's significantly older, and he is pretty much infatuated with Izumi, and there's a lot of just taking him down. We're gonna and then the brother comes in half the time to have to save his younger brother from Ryuma.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Like that sounds toxic as hell. I don't like it.
Like it. And it's a lot. And
I'm still mildly curious, though.
Go watch it. It doesn't show anything. It insinuates a few things. But, like, Izumi's adorable, though. That character, he's just a whole nerd. He's got figurines, nerd. He's just trying to live his best life. And here comes Ryuma and just fucking it up. They also dress him a lot as a girl, which also, I don't know. It's a little weird.
Does he like that?
He keeps getting dressed up as a girl for, like, commercials and shit. Because his family, like I said, is in the industry. It's weird. It's weird. I probably need to rewatch it. I don't have a lot of details in my head. I just know that it's a lot of, like, kind of stalkery shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I want to hit this last one because I know we got, like, time is getting on there. So we might have to split this one in 2 parts, you guys. But I will say this last one before we go, because this goes into the other topic that we want to talk about.
I need an adult.
Yep, Katsuya and Kyoko from Fruits Basket, the movie. This is Toru Honda's.
Still can't find a place to watch the movie. I'm gonna find a bootleg version.
But for what we do know, we still don't like it because she was 15 and that was her teacher, and he was in his 20s. So we ain't gotta talk about it, but we gonna talk about it. But we ain't gotta talk about it because we can talk about it. Because here we are is a power dynamic again, a super adult because he had a whole career job, and a child, a troubled child, a delinquent child.
Right.
Relationship.
It's sus. It's sus.
I don't like it. I don't like it. We need an adult, and we don't mean the adults that keeps preying on these children.
Yeah, please, God.
So yeah, no. I just as beautiful as Kyo's and Toru's relationship is, and they keep trying to sell me. Katsuya's and Kyoko's relationship. Like, isn't it beautiful?
No, it's disturbing.
No, it's
But we also haven't seen the movie, so.
We haven't.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna probably get like 8 viruses on my computer, but.
Trying to watch this movie.
Watch this one movie that I've been trying to watch for a year.
Right. You guys have been great as always. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. The list was pretty long, but check us out. Hopefully tomorrow, if not by the end of the weekend, you can catch the playback of this particular podcast. You guys are awesome, great, and we will catch y'all on the next one.
Toodaloo, y'all.